This is the second map of Call of Duty Zombies. Set in a World War II sanatorium, apparently one of the scariest maps made by Treyarch, and you don't even have Richtofen's reassuring voice to help you through it. You've probably already guessed it. It's Verruckt. Translated to crazy, insane, mad, demented, lunatic, nuts, wacky, screwy, clean, green, whimsical. Let's move on. First up, this map is packed to the brim with Easter eggs and storyline details. A whole different ballgame to Nacht, really. I'm going to start with the obvious. The map is set around September 1945 at the end of World War II in the Wittenau Sanatorium, Berlin, Germany. Being a Group 935 facility, the solo mission description reads: electric shock therapy, chemically engineered beverages, hordes of undead Nazis, find the power to unite and send them back to their graves. Now you begin Verruckt in two separate spawn rooms if playing with more than two players. You remain separated until you turn the power on. This division at the beginning symbolises, in a way, the storyline divisions between Richtofen and Maxis, Shadow Man and Dr. Monty, and Blundell and the community. The two sides of the entire building are centred around having German weapons on one side and American weapons on the other. Another unique aspect of Verruckt was its narrow hallways and the small layout of the map, with zombies literally spawning everywhere, which these combined make quite a difficult map. Talking about power, it was in Verruckt that the power switch debuted and is needed to turn on the traps and perks, as well as some of the fairy lights around the map, which definitely add to that mental asylum feel. Another introduction were the mighty perk machines, the classic four: Jug, Double Tap, Speed Collar and Quick Revive. Around the map are also perk collar posters, which is rather unusual to have in a sanatorium. And by the way, another classic debut for all you Wonder Weapon fans was the ray gun. Now in the World at War Verruckt, you play as 4 Marines, which are not the same characters from Nacht. And there were questions on whether Dempsey was one of the 4 Marines in Verruckt, which later on Treyarch came out and confirmed that he was. It is true that there is a point in time when Dempsey went to Verruckt with his team of Marines, including John Banana and Smokey, to extract Peter McCain, who was an OSS spy sent to infiltrate Group 935 and was assisting research in the Verruckt facility. When Peter's identity had been compromised, this Marine squad, led by Dempsey, was sent to Verruckt to extract McCain, but when they reached the facility it was overrun by zombies and McCain was nowhere to be found. While in Verruckt, the team, with exception of Dempsey, were killed by the hordes of zombies, and Dempsey was later captured by Richtofen and became one of his test subjects, replacing Pablo after he was killed accidentally. Alrighty, let's get into some Easter eggs. First up, mounted LMGs seem to be a weird Treyarch fetish. There are 12 mounted LMGs, a 4x3 grid, underneath the map. They can be used, but they won't kill any zombies. We can also see another mounted LMG on a black pedestal sitting underneath the fountain in the courtyard. Now what's even cooler is that Treyarch acknowledged this in Revelations, where you can see the exact same mounted LMG on top of the fountain in the Verruckt section. Now talking about fountains, the same fountain is seen in Buried and can be used to teleport around the map. As per usual, Verruckt has some musical Easter eggs. When the toilet in the shower room is flushed 3 times, the Lullaby of a Dead Man song is played. Next, when the power is turned on, if the player sprints to one of the balconies, they can hear some dancing music. We also get numerous screams and eerie voices around the map. Sobbing boys, men screaming, baby and women crying, men crying and screaming in pain with a dental drill going off in the background. These are triggered beside dentist chairs, cremation ovens, and wheelchairs around the map. Pretty creepy. Quotes on this map are numerous. Obviously not as famous as the Nacht quotes, but significant nonetheless. First off, wish too often and your wishing well will run, which could be in reference to the teddy bear in the mystery box. Next, there is a poster that is in German, but is translated to unattended children will be immediately sold to the circus. And lastly, power will reunite you, which is just in reference to having to turn on the power to gain access to the other players. Pretty basic. And besides these quotes, the 4 Marines really are a talkative bunch, and have a ton of quotes, especially on the ray gun. This map has a few number Easter egg quotes too. One being the obvious numbers on the wall in the kitchen written in blood. 1938 2406 921, which either refers to Richtofen's phone number or the Tunguska event, one of 5 meteorite impacts that contain element 115 in COD Zombies. The others being Shino, DeReese, Groom Lake, and Moon. The other numbers quoted in the map can be heard from a radio voice in the power room reciting 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42, which are the numbers, as some of us may very well know, from the TV series Lost. Now, that should just about do us for Verruckt. I mean, Treyarch really stepped up their game for this map, and it paid off big time. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date to the TheDrShow's new videos, especially B. James's new Let's Say series, and of course the next video in my series, Chino Numa.
I am the Dragon Master!
You want Dragon Pasta?
I'm Brady. I'm Brady. How do I get out of this suit?
Oh my god!
He's still alive? I'm very much not alive.